Hello, beautiful beings. How are we today? I am back with a brand new rap. Maybe not. Maybe not today. So today I have been flowing and ebbing in my own unique, special way. And it's 333 as I film this now. So that's kind of magic, hey? Um, I was wondering today if we might be open for a little discussion, really. And what I wanted to share on today is the idea of projection and receiving within the field of awareness. And if anyone's familiar with human design, and maybe you're a little more familiar with me, you'll know that I'm a reflector. So that essentially means that we are quite connected to the environment and the people around us, and we have more open centers of awareness throughout the body, less consistent energy of, for example, personality or of playing out patterns in a specific way. And this can kind of come as a double-edged sword. It can either result in really deep, deep conditioning that doesn't really allow us to see our way out of something because we're so kind of flowing around with the energies of the world around us. We feel quite powerless to the powers around us. Or it can have a really empowering effect where it's like, actually, I'm completely separate from these things because I'm choosing to be in this moment, in this body. I can observe, I can acknowledge, I can release. We do have that power and that wisdom once we've worked through enough of the somatic body release. um and for me there has been a really big up leveling in my ability to keep my field cleared, cleansed, aligned, and release lovingly that which I don't wish to kind of digest in this moment, or ask for it to come in a more soft and unique and beautiful way for me to integrate. And I feel like one thing I would love to kind of share with the world is how easy it can be to create our own field of awareness, how easy it can be to um, refine the inner identity and the inner world, and notice that with a fair bit of practice, I won't lie to you, we don't have to listen to the mind and its story, and we can actually rework that, rewire that in a way that allows us to create a story that really works us in a way towards the dream life that we're wanting to create. So, all of these aspects of spirituality that we see out there, of life, of coaching, of even sports, to be honest, every aspect of life, from my perspective, you can see has a wisdom of an approach that you can take to really align your inner reality. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're playing a guitar, if you're painting a picture, if you're running a marathon, whatever you're doing, this has the potential to align you with your true North Star. And as we're taking step after step after step towards our true North Star, we kind of realize how often we need to measure how we are moving through the world. If we are like a little bit off course, we can just whoop, tilt ourselves this way and continue on. There's a great process unfolding for us when we learn to listen to the wisdom of the body, learn to listen to the wisdom of the soul that speaks through our emotion, and perhaps create firmer boundaries with the outer world by realizing this truth. It's almost as though, from again, my perspective, boundaries are acting upon a truth, an assertion of a truth. And we can do this in a very forceful, like, fuck everyone else kind of way. Or we can maybe move into a more loving space of like dispassionate acceptance and just lovingly moving another way. Like, okay, these people actually aren't interested in hearing from me. Fair play, peace and love. And I'll go over here where my voice is really recognized and appreciated. And the more I'm doing that, almost silently sometimes, quietly choosing to move through the world in a way that I find graceful for my heart, for my inner world, I can already feel the balancing recalibration in my nervous system. And I'm someone who has had a very long health journey with, my body, my confidence with my body, my anxiety about around being human, around being this vulnerable, fleshy creature thing that can just be like gurk, 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 stabbed at any minute, or like fall off a monkey bars and break her arm or whatever it is, you know. But once I really sit with that, I realize that it's control. It's me trying to control the circumstance. And ultimately, it's a lack of faith in the lovingness of the universe and the lovingness of this experience, however short or long it chooses to be. There's a faith we can cultivate from the outside in and the inside out, where we are recognizing and aligning ourselves slightly differently because of what we're seeing inside and outside. Same, but different. How we're choosing to see the story is defining how we're experiencing the story. And once we take these steps and we keep taking these steps, we just notice this innate guidance coming up through us more and more and more. And everyone's unique guidance will look slightly different. I'm assuming. I can't tell. I can only remember this one human experience. So there is so many aspects of ourselves that are endlessly curious, endlessly playful. And my favorite way to work with clients, with myself, with friends, with loved ones is playfully and curiously. Sometimes we have emotions. Everyone's human. And I feel like the more we can allow people grace for that experience and not need them to be different for us to feel good, that comes from refining and refining our own strength of inner world. We can so often get caught up in the idea that someone else needs to be different and change their perspective and be more respectful towards us, when actually all we need to do is be more respectful to ourselves, because their disrespect will have no impact on me. Really, it is that simple. It's just like bouncing off. If that, sometimes it's just like boop, like a little ball hit a wall somewhere around me, and I'm like, oh, hi. Maybe it makes you jump a little bit, and you're like, oh, but then you just start laughing because it's actually in no way relevant to my life and doesn't affect my self-concept in any way. And that's a place of power. That's a place of healthy ego. That's a place of I'm going to get my shit done and achieve my dreams because I'm living it every moment of every day. And that's how I choose to address my clients. That's how I choose to see the people I work with, because that's what I want for everyone. I want everyone to feel powerful and confident enough to fulfill their deepest and most desired dreams. Because why else would we embody on this crazy playground life called Earth? So, that being said, I'm going to have a quick chat with you about my upcoming course, which I'm super excited about. It's called Devotional Playtime. Devotional Playtime. And essentially, what it is it's for people who want to have more fun with their spiritual process, with their practices, with unfolding. Maybe they're looking for a community to support them. And as someone who is a big fan of being in other people's containers, it is a real honor and a privilege and a blessing to be in someone's container where the momentum is just on fire. It's clean, it's clear, it's aligned. People have a goal, they're going together. We hold each other up, we keep each other accountable. Like, that's the real deal. And having fun whilst you're doing that, having this loving, grace filled energy and excitement about life, that's the real good stuff. So, essentially, what we'll be doing is moving through the four bodies: the mental, emotional, the physical, and the spiritual. And we're going to do this in a way where it's unifying the aspects. So the first 2 weeks would be about embodiment and enchantment. Embodiment and enchantment. So, this is all about the spells we're casting over each other and ourselves, and how we're really embodied in our truth. How is someone speaking? Are they embodied in that truth? Because if they're not embodied in their truth, I don't resonate. I don't feel the alignment is there. We have to be living the practice for us to be able to share that and to respect someone for their process, right? And everyone's human. I'm not saying we have to be perfect. I just mean we can feel how dedicated and devoted someone is to their truth. And so this is going to consist of coming into the body, energy in motion, right? Coming into the body, moving down from the mind. And what stories do we have around this? How often are we bringing our awareness up and up and out and out? And just observing, observing. There's going to be a lot of observing. And then we've got some beliefs and stories. This is going to be the second week. Beliefs and stories and how to speak our truth. how we can prepare ourselves energetically to speak our truth, how we're going to be best received when we're in the stages of first speaking our truth. How can we know when something is safe or unsafe to say? Because whether we like it or not, there's a lot of pressure in the community to speak your truth, say the truth. I have to share my truth. Actually, no, you don't. You can keep all that and go run it out outside and save your shit you're spewing. Just a personal feeling and sentiment is try not to vomit on people with your energy. Then the third week is giving is receiving, an energetic balance, right? So we're going to be looking at all the areas of life where we might be over giving somewhere and we actually feel a deep resentment about that. So we need to nip that in the bud in a loving and peaceful way until we are ready to come at that experience or something more aligned with a sense of full body experience, a full body energy, yes. Right? Being honest with ourselves about where our energy actually is. Do we have an underlying resentment to this person? Oh shit, yeah, we do. So we got to address that because that's the shit that gives the energy leaks. And we're also going to be looking at sacred silence in this module. So feeling into when is it actually beneficial for us to be silent around certain beings and to take our space and, looking at boundaries from that perspective. The fourth week is about emotional regulation. So breath work will be interwoven throughout the process. We will have 2 1-hour calls a week, and there will be always a breath work and meditation to introduce an intention into the session because that's the way I love it. And there will be dancing and there will be yoga, just little stretches here and there and some exercises. So going back to into the physical state, the physical theme, we start our second 4 weeks. So what I've just described is the first block. This is the first module. And the second module is the next 4 weeks. This is going to be comprised of physical ritual, creating a moving prayer in our lives. How can we get more excited about the processes that we're doing? What feels good? What feels feminine? What feels masculine? What feels like us? Really unique flavor of how we can deepen the intention we have and the connection with life itself. Then we have a moving on to storytelling and voice empowerment. So all the things that we've already previously observed in the mind, we're going to be looking at from a deeper lens, essentially. Learning how to rewire things, rewrite things. We're going to be doing some acting. We're going to be like preparing a little something to share with the group. It's going to be super fun, super exciting. I don't want that to put you off because it's going to be very nourishing, very wholehearted is the right word, is what I want to create. And trust me when I say I'm channeling loving energy and sacred frequency into this space all day, every day. I'm becoming the perfect vessel for this experience. And thus, the people who are drawn to it will also be of like vibration, and we are all going to hold such loving awareness for you. It's going to be great. Promise. Life changing, transformative. That's the aim. So, moving from that mental space, we're going to be on week 6 here. We're looking at energetic hygiene. So we're again looking at leaks in the field. How can we keep ourselves clean, squeaky clean? And the last stage is going to be comfort and there's discomfort. We're back to the emotional realm, and that really closes it off because this is under the title Feel the Feels, They Make It Reals. Adventure into the unknown, into the emotional world, into the body again. It all links together, it all ties together. And this is going to be the closing week of the hands-on aspect from me. And then there'll be 4 weeks of integration. So taking these practices, the group chat will still be there, the group momentum still there, and everyone's going to be integrating and observing and aligning and seeing how things go. I will be there maybe once a week with some voice note training so that we can just keep the momentum going a little. And then we would have a closing call where we can see how everyone is working, how they're flowing, how they're feeling, how we can grow together. Maybe there are some next steps you'd like to take with me or in your personal world. Maybe you want to get another coach in some area of life and I could support you with finding the right person. So the outcome of this 12-week process of devotional playtime is to be able to see physical change in the body, physical change in the body. Like maybe the arms are more defined. Maybe you have abs after this. Maybe there is like an actual physical difference in one of your eyes, or a tooth has realigned or something. There will be physical change, actual physical change. So we're feeling more energy into the vessel. There's going to be excitement about our new story and sharing it with others. Like if you're an entrepreneur or you're someone with a project coming up, this will be the perfect preparation station for you to channel your frequency into your delicious projects. Sharing with self confidence, feeling clarity in direction, clarity in speech, flow, and surrender process. You will have a regular emotional practice for regulation, for balancing the nervous system, practicing of observation, much more awareness of self, knowledge of what we want to create and feel. So essentially, if you need clarity on your projects, you need clarity in your life, which direction to take, who do I want to hang around with, what habits do I need, what do I want? This is the place. This is the place for you. If it feels aligned, if it feels juicy, it's for you. Welcome. And some additional things that I was feeling into is compounding confidence is a huge aspect of this. We're really going to be going into what creates a unique blueprint manifesting, the physical aspect. How can we manifest this potential inside of us? And how can we do that with a community? How can we do that with other people? How can we share ourselves and grow more confidence to share ourselves, being supported through this process, being seen through this process? It makes me so happy to share this because this has literally been 2, 3 years in the making, maybe more, since I've been preparing for this. And the final stages are coming together, and I am just so excited about it. Okay, centering, grounding. Take a deep breath with me in through the nose to the back of the body and down all the way through the body. And I feel like the uniqueness of this experience that I'm gifting and sharing, inviting into this space is an opportunity to be uniquely ourselves, to be completely accepted and loved for the being that we want to be and are becoming, and if every now moment. It can be really challenging for people who have known us or are just getting to know us to really understand what it is we're trying to do sometimes. And I'm really for people who are a bit more evolved in their spiritual practice. Maybe they already have a practice going and they're just wanting to have more fun. I'm that person that wants to have more fun. So I'm calling in my tribe, my people, and I would absolutely love to hear from you. I'm going to put my booking link below as always. I'm going to put a new option on so you can book a call. Just click below, book a one-to-one. We can take a 20-minute intro together and see if we might be the right fit to work together. If I've not met you before, if I already know you, just hit me up, send me a link, send me a little cheeky message, and let me know in the comments below how this feels for you, how you're feeling it, how you're resonating, and yeah, how can you have more fun? If this doesn't sound like it's for you, the invitation is to feel into how can you have more fun and bring more play into your everyday life. So, with that being said, all unfolds in the perfect way. I so look forward to hearing from you, and may the journey begin. The excitement continues. All my love. Have a beautiful day.